Kimbia Mission Academy is in a very unique position. It sits about 70 miles from New Amsterdam, which is the closest small town, about 30,000 people. And another 70 miles up the river is a community called Kakwani, which is probably about 10,000. And between those two communities, there's no secondary school. So we have the only secondary school within sort of 150 miles of river. So we are getting students from different parts of the Berbice River and different parts of the country. Right now in Kimbia, we're transitioning out of purely theoretical subjects. So we've always had a work study program, but now we're strengthening our sewing, our mechanics, our carpentry, our cooking program to make it more of a core curriculum. In addition to that, we're getting more heavily involved in evangelism, outreach. We're taking the kids to New Amsterdam, to towns on weekends to do outreach and evangelism. We really want to get back to basics so that the students could leave here knowing how to repair a chainsaw, knowing how to make dresses and skirts, and how to do a lot of practical skills. Right now in Kimbia, we have 35 students. And we have some day students as well who are from the local village. We have 5 staff. I'm here from Bolivia filling in as the director until we're able to recruit another mission couple. We have Grandpa, or the CP, who's our tailor, our sewing instructor, and our Bible teacher.
I teach Bible and tailoring, sewing. God never disappoints somebody when they give their all to Him. There are always blessings. Spiritual blessings, material blessings.
And Raymond is our farm manager, and he also manages the bees. He has a bee farm in back, so we're getting some incredible honey coming out of our bee boxes.
Today we're going to learn a little about bees. I'm the beekeeper at KMA. We have 20 boxes at the back of the campus, and we're going to go see them now.
My head is too big. It's too tight.
Sometimes during the year I can go without a suit, without a veil, just go like that and I work them. Depends on the type of flowers that are in season. It would determine whether they're aggressive or whether they are nice and calm. Well, the boxes without the top boxes, those are the brood chamber, and that's where the queen bee lives, and she lays all her eggs here. About 15 days ago I split that box, and I'm trying to establish a new colony of bees here. So I'll go check them now to see how they're progressing, if they have queen cells or not. First thing I do, I smoke them. This is to keep them a little calm. I usually put a plastic, this is not a norm, I usually put a plastic on top so I can open them easier than normal. This is a frame that I had the honey on, just honey. As you can see, they ate most of it out. If you look inside here, you'll see that there are pollen there, a few eggs, actually young bees that are in there, and these were queen cells. So I'm just gonna take these off. Look, this one here, this is a drone. All the others, or most of the others, are worker bees, female bees.
Certainly, our approach is to start with these younger people at 12 years old and prepare them, train them to do so, learning how to do things with their hands, working with the Bible, and learning how to present God's message to different people in the interior parts of Guyana.
My favorite subject is mechanic, right? Mechanic. And why I like mechanic is because, you know, sometimes if you could get chainsaw or so, and you could fix it by yourself.
We have sewing class, we work in the garden, we cook in the afternoon in the kitchen. I enjoy it and being here in KME.
My favorite subject is carpentry. Why? Because I like working with woods. It help you to learn to make all kinds of things.
It's a pleasure to be here at KMA, so I can understand more about God, because when you're not like in Adventist school, it's more difficult when you're in a secondary school and not Adventist school. So it's a pleasure here to be at KMA, so I can learn more about God and draw more close to Him.
The whole idea is so that they'll fall in love with Christ, that they will love His work, and then we'll have a pool of missionaries to draw from our schools. Right now it's working. In the past 10 years, we've graduated several students, and many of them have decided to be missionaries, some for shorter term, some for longer term. The greatest need in all of the mission fields and all over the world is people, of course, human resources. God has the material resources. He just can't force people to volunteer to come into the mission field. Right now we have several schools that are in desperate need of administrators, those who are willing to lead, those who are willing to take on the responsibility of running an institution. Now, for many people, the sound of that is daunting. It's a challenge, and folks say, oh, I'm not a leader, I'm not this. But I think what God is asking, are you willing to be used? To look at our shortcomings and say, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, we're limiting God. We believe, I know for sure, that God is going to finish the work. My appeal is that you become a part of God's work before it's too late.